Okay, at this point, you're probably asking yourself, how do you play the tone chimes correctly? Well, let's start off by looking at some tone chimes. You're going to notice that some of the tone chimes are black and some of the tone chimes are silver, almost like a piano or the keys on a piano. This, if you look at the very top of the tone chime, you're going to see that little rubber blue thing. That's called a clapper, and that acts like a mallet on a xylophone. So when you flick the tone chime, that clapper is going to hit the tone chime and cause it to vibrate. And that vibration is what creates sound. Never, ever, 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 ever touch the clapper or any part of the clapper on the tone chime, because you could run the risk of breaking the tone chime. Those clappers are only held on by 3 little teeny tiny screws. And I've had to do some fixing of the tone chimes lately because people aren't holding them correctly. Now, some of the tone chimes are using them correctly. Some of the tone chimes are like 20 years old, and some of them are not that old. They're probably younger than you are. However, you wouldn't be able to tell necessarily the difference between the two tone chimes because my students know how to treat them correctly. If you can't, then you won't be playing them. Now, notice how the clapper is resting on this tone chime here. If the clapper is on the tone chime, the vibration will stop and the tone chime will not ring. And then I'm going to hear, but my tone chime is broken. No, your tone chime's not broken. You're just not using it correctly. In this picture, the clapper is off the tone chime so that there is nothing preventing the tone chime from vibrating. So when you got to flick the tone chime, and you see how the tone chime is up and down, not resting like it was before in the other picture. The clapper is flipped off of the tone chime, so when you flick it, the mallet isn't resting on the tone chime, and the tone chime can vibrate. Now you want to wrap your hand around the tone chime so that you have a firm grip on the tone chime and you won't drop it. Good luck!